Now, a little about the planet Bob. Anciently was on the verge of having most of its land mass consumed by cities, but was pulled back when most of the population died in the Civil War. In most respects, the planet is like Earth. For 1,000 years, the wildlife reconquered the city land, as well as wildlife. The planet Bob has 3 moons, a large one about the size of Earth. The planet's land are islands, with a few being as large as Australia or Greenland. The days are 30 hours. Just like Earth, there is much biodiversity. There are deserts, forests of all types, oceans full of fish, sharks, and every type of sea creature you could imagine. On land, there are many forms of predators and prey. There are beaches and frozen Arctic areas, though there isn't any proof so far as there has been an ice age before on this world. There are mountains and rivers. There are meat-eating plants that eat animals, as well as normal photosynthesis plants. There are native plants. There are farms that have been recaptured for this purpose. There are giant cow-like creatures that look like elephants that have obviously been domesticated at one time. The day is 30 hours long and the year is 400 days. Humanity has spread across the galaxy over 1 million years, gradually abandoning old Earth and eventually losing exact location, while retaining the mythical status. As humans colonized diverse worlds, they evolved into over 1 million distinct species, each unique, adapted to their environment. Despite their evolutionary advancement, humans remain technologically on par with their descendants, so they are often perceived as a lost species, a relic of the past. Consequently, humans are frequently assigned the arduous task of colonizing the galaxy's most distant and inhospitable fringe world. The galaxy is a tapestry of complex political alliances, rivalries, economic exchanges among the myriad of human descendant species, major factions such as the Cooperative Stellar Union, the advanced technocracy of Zenith, and the tradition-bound sovereignty of the Elders, vie for influence and resources. While humans struggle for respect and relevance, they play a crucial role in the broader galactic society, often providing raw material from frontier worlds. The backdrop of diverse species, rich histories, and interstellar politics sets the stage for the strategic and narrative depth of nation-state, where players can explore the themes of identity, survival, legacy in the vast ancient universe. Welcome to the Nation-State podcast, where we delve deep into the universe of the captivating board game of Nation-State. I'm your storyteller, Daniel Isham. Together, we will explore the intricate rules, rich history, and vibrant community surrounding this game. Join us as we embark on the journey and invite others to become part of the growing community. Special thanks to our patron supporter, Peter Gordon, for making this possible. Let's dive in to Rule the World 3D. Deep Lore. Personnel file of Jana the Hunter. Named Jana Morgan Stevenson. Occupation Bounty Hunter. Physical description: height 6'3", horns level 3, hair red, skin white, tail 3 feet long. Family: marital status married. Children 25. Clan: Morgan. Family: Stevenson family. Background: trust fund. Jana comes from a wealthy background provided her with financial stability. Career: despite her privileged upbringing, she chose the challenging path of bounty hunter for thrills and excitement it offers. Religion: faith, Absalom faith. Leadership: the Church of Absalom Faith has repeatedly tried to force Jana into a religious leadership role. However, her activities and legitimate work as a bounty hunter has allowed her to avoid these obligations. Consequently, both the religious and government authorities have refrained from exerting further pressure on her. Okay, nation-state rules. We are in the era section, starting out. Eras. Some possible different starting points for the game of nation-state. Check with Game Master to see which age the general game and your nation is starting in. Different cards may be added or removed according to the different eras, and different government systems may be available or unavailable depending on the era. During the game of nation-state, you may advance from one era to another when the nation meets certain prerequisite well, that's not true. That's just a holdover from an earlier attempt, but you're basically stuck in the same era that you choose. Eras of possibility. I believe this needs to be given for future creation of different nations in the game, though some eras may seem to last short periods while others can last hundreds of thousands of years. An example of this is the Star Wars universe. They have been a level 2 interstellar civilization for since a little after the original Force users and beyond the time of the last material of the series. Note, the eras are a number of chronological, and some social cards may be added or removed for the social deck, depending on the era you are moving into. Now, these are the eras that the general base units, the base nations that we've created, are in. In an expansion set, there are other eras that can be used. Number 1, Intersolar Era Age. In the Intersolar Age, all units and buildings upgrade to new levels of techno-social advancement, since now have the opportunity to be recognized as regular citizens due to passage of time in the preceding ages. The emergence of the first abhumans species become possible, allowing one abhuman species to be spawned in your nation. It also is the first era of world sea technology, which when a settlement is created, it starts full population. It should be at least one abhuman species, as well as when the settlements are upgraded and food paid for, adds citizens. Second Computer Age. In the Second Computer Age, a variety of synth units expand and the use of light speed becomes more commonplace. The era allows for more missions and extends the reach of exploration beyond light speed. In the Interstellar Age, the regions of space are controlled by single nations. The era introduces a new abhuman species, a new synth species, the new levels of trade vehicles, and includes interstellar war cards in both social and trade cards. Additionally, planetary space wonders cards become available, reflecting the advancement in development in this age. Governments. Check the era to see which type of governments are available to you. This section will also contain any special rules, bonuses, or penalties, or additional prerequisites about those types of governments. Types of government rules. Empire. The Empire, your word is law even beyond that of the king or a fascist dictator. What makes your government different than those two is that it is a capital offense to disobey you. Unlike a monarch, your position is rarely hereditary. Usually the next emperor or empress is chosen by a council and governors, or it is a military rank given by the troops to their leaders. Sometimes you are chosen by your predecessor. After a great regional superpower era, you can create 2 armies with 10k rather than 1, representing the desire to join the military in an empire more than others. After the Intersolar Era, it is possible to point easier. You've built a spaceport to set a trade treaty with off-world powers. Representatives the absolute power of the emperor in settling up treaties. After the modern age, 2-point advantage when negotiating with other powers. Representatives absolute power of the emperor and the telecommunication negotiations with other powers. Beyond the steam age, ground and shipping trade increase food by 5 each times we trade. This represents the military's protection of role in the empire's protecting roads, railroads, and shipping. Beyond interstellar age, the Empire has greater government control over wealth control tech, so when there's a weather emergency, the Empire can roll twice and take the best roll. Kingdom. The kingdom and its kingship is one of the oldest type of governments. It is essential, has one member of the family who governs their people, who is the chief judge and leader in the military. He should have a lower judges who manage the affairs of the kingdom according to the king's laws. Instead of governors and elected officials, the leaders at every level take 3 ways to take the crown: killing the previous leader and their families. Within the family, there are 2 ways. One version is the oldest member of the family takes the crown. The other is a judge by the highest nobility whichever member of the family judged most capable to do the duty of the monarch. Lastly, one of the most important duties of the monarch is to have children. When a monarch, city, or village rebels, there's always loyalists that will allow for new troops to be recruited from rebel settlements to retake it. In an emergency, the king can conscript troops just by royal decree. This allows in-game attacks of an attacked city to raise troops without food. Kings can raise taxes by decree. After 5 actions for each settlement, you can get currency of 1 for villages, 2 for cities, 3 for castles, and 4 for metropolises. At interstellar level, a king is all about the divine faith, so within the realm can teleport his priests all over the map. The king, as a judge of the land, can enforce justice for a currency of 5 currency. A recently conquered settlement still with your population, which may be immediately after the defeat, can execute all conquering forces. As king, all things are owned by you. As the state, that includes trade vehicles, so you can make it a royal and send it out in your name. Modern age or higher can buy trade vehicles with a currency of 3. You can, as monarch, call your people from all over and build an important building. Digital age. Whenever you use satellites, you are required to either build something to find a settlement. The settlement is automatically yours after you roll for what type it is. The Last Republican. The Last Republican begins his tale with the somber reflection on his past. Once a respected professor of constitutional law, he dedicated his life to the study and teachings of the United States Constitution and its enduring principles. His lectures were renowned for their depth and clarity, and passion instilled by his students a profound respect for the foundations of American democracy. On one fateful day, however, everything changed. The government faced an unprecedented crisis issued by an urgent evacuation order. The United States mainland, untouched by foreign invaders for centuries, was under threat. Chaos erupted as citizens and institutions alike scrambled to respond. In the midst of this turmoil, the professor made a quick and desperate decision. He gathered a few of his most treasured books, volumes of constitutional law, historical texts, and works on the great American statesmen, and fled. He recounts the harrowing days that followed as he journeyed through the landscape transformed by war and fear. Those books became the anchor. They were more than just physical objects. They represented the ideals and values that had devoted his life to. With the Constitution as his guide, he vowed to preserve the knowledge and principles of the Republic, even if the world around him crumbled. In the present day, the professor, now known as the Last Republican, speaks with a mixture of pride and sorrow about the impact of this savage text. In the years since the fall, those books have become a beacon of hope and inspiration for many. They are not merely relics of a bygone era. They are a catalyst for change, a spark of debate, movements, and even revolutions. Through them, the spirit of the old United States lives on, influenced by the course of history and reminding people of a time when liberty, justice, and democracy were not just ideals, but realities. The Last Republican story is a testament to the enduring power of knowledge and unbreakable human spirit. Despite the loss and devastation, he continues to fight for the principles he holds dear, using the wisdom of the past to forge a new future. This is from the Great Ghost War. Keel, the Imperial Librarian, stumbled upon the ancient journal while sifting through the archives. The cover was worn and faded, but the words within promised to unveil the forgotten chapters of history of the Great Ghost War. Journal entry. The Great Ghost War didn't start with a bang or a declaration of hostility. It began with an insidious creeping dread that consumed the skies and darkened our days. I remember it clearly as if it were yesterday, even though I was just a child in elementary school. One ordinary day turned extraordinary in the most terrifying way. We were in the middle of our lessons when the sirens wailed, cutting through the monotony that shrilled urgency. Teachers hurried us out of the classroom, their faces pale and eyes wide. "Run, everyone, run!" they shouted. The outside was thick with panic. We looked up, and the sky, once familiar and comforting blue, was now a canvas of nightmares. Ethereal shapes moved with the clouds, ghastly figures that seemed to suck the light out of the day. The sky was full of horrors and apparitions, twisted faces and skeleton forms. Parents and teachers herded us toward the shelters, their voices a cacophony of instruction and reassurance. I clung to my friends, my heart and pounded in my chest. As we stumbled and pushed our way to safety, the ground seemed to shake with every step, as if the very earth was recoiling from the malevolent forces above us. That was the day we learned that the ghosts were real, and they had come for us. Keel felt a chill down his spine as he read the vivid recounting. The journal's author had captivated the raw fear and confusion of the first day, a day that marked the beginning of an era of terror and survival, and determined to uncover more about the Great Ghost War. Keel turned the page, eager to delve deeper into the long-forgotten conflict. Jana the Hunter, the cat's pursuit, the cat thief's pursuit. The Jana the bounty hunters noticed with a smirk Joe Bob, a notorious cat thief, had eluded her capture for far too long. This was just the kind of challenge she thrived on. In her private armory, Jana prepared meticulously for the hunt. She grabbed the custom plasma rifle, a weapon of unrivaled precision and power. The sleek, matte black finish of the rifle felt assured in her hands. She loaded it with high-energy plasma cells, each one capable of delivering a devastating blast. Next, she strapped on her utility belt, ensuring each pouch and holster was stocked and secure. Extra ammo cartridges lined one side, their compact size bellowing the punch they packed. On the other side, she secured several anti-mech explosives, small but potent devices designed to disable even the toughest mechanized adversary. Preparations were through. As a member of the Morgan clan and the Stevenson family, she had access to the best equipment and resources. But this hunt wasn't just about the gear. It was about the thrill, the chase, the challenge. Jana donned her armored suit, a flexible yet durable material provided both protection and agility. The suit's advanced tech included stealth capabilities, enhanced sensor input, essential for tracking slippery targets like Joe Bob. With her plasma rifle slung over her shoulder and her utility belt fastened, Jana was ready. She checked the HUD and the latest intel on Joe Bob's whereabouts. The thief was rumored to be hiding out in an abandoned industrial complex on the outskirts of town. As she set out, Jana's mind was focused and clear. The thrill of the hunt coursed through her veins. Joe Bob had no idea what was coming from him. Jana the Hunter was on the prowl. Introducing the Morgan Clan Mega Store, your premier online shopping destination on the planet Bob. Owned and operated by Tieflings, the Morgan Clan Mega Store brings the convenience of online shopping right to your fingertips. Explore the vast selection of products from everyday essentials to luxury items, all available in just a few clicks. Welcome to the Morgan Clan Mega Store. How can we assist you? Need it fast? No problem. Our express delivery service ensures your purchase arrives promptly anywhere on the planet. Shop as securely and confidently with our encrypted payment system and enjoy peace of mind knowing that your personal information is safe with us. Join the growing community of satisfied customers who trust the Morgan Clan Megastore for all your shopping needs. Shop now and experience the convenience of a Tiefling-owned excellence. Morgan Clan Megastore, where shopping is a breeze in the interstellar age. Thank you for joining us on To Rule a World 3D. If you enjoyed today's episode, please help us grow our community by sharing and inviting others to join us on Facebook, Discord. All the links are in the description. If you feel inclined to support us further, you can donate to Patreon, also linked below. Once we reach the 3 supporters at the $5 level, we will set a date for the World Championship game. The winner will earn the title, a trophy, an interview on the show, and the opportunity to design themselves into the game of Nation State. Additionally, when we launch the official Nation State website, the champion will be prominently featured as the declared world champion. Thank you again for being with us.